Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. So today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a show on Project One, Step 11, the last step, and then moving on to Project Two. Now, this is a two-part thing. I have 39 minutes to do this. And so I hope that you all will be able to join me because I have a show at actually 3 p.m. Then at 6 p.m., I will pick up where I left off. There's no weary to rest. There's no rest periods. You see my bloopers? I got lipstick on my teeth. What else happened to me? A lot of stuff happened to me today. Watch the bloopers. And out of all the bloopers is right where it's unnecessary bloopers. You know, they say silence is golden. So now we're going to, and we move on. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. You know, in sororities, they make people, not make people, but use aggressively suggestive behavior for them to, in sororities and secret organizations, they, you humiliate yourself. You have to humiliate yourself. It's just something to think about. You know, when you don't humiliate yourself, is when a case is built upon you that they'll blackmail you with, if that makes any sense. I'd rather be embarrassed every 5 seconds or less than seconds than withhold information from the public and be something that I know I can never live up to. Is it this one? Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's look at this thoroughly. Okay. The Kotters 1 through, no, that's not right. There we go. It shouldn't be that close to the 4. 1 through 4 model stages. 1 through 4 model. Is incorporated in my research and the UMGC curriculum. I will discuss the first part of change plan using the first 4 steps of the Kotter model. 1, create a sense of urgency. 2, build a guiding coalition. 3, form a strategic vision and initiative. Is this just something that happens when I happen to get online? I love to know. 4, enlist a volunteer army. Creating a sense of urgency is what I did in step 1 as being assistant manager to the org. Consider the need for change in which me org has lacked the sufficient evidence showing what their company's policies are reflecting, period. Their authoritative, their positive authoritative actions are their, despite their positive authoritative actions on how the company's retention and turnover rates, despite their positive on the company's retention and turnover rates, data is showing that the data is showing from the data from three years ago. No, heck no. It's showing that they are turning in the negative. The change plan part 1 talks about how meet urgency to make the whole company aware of problems that change this. Hold on. Change talks about how meet urgency, that's the first one, to make the whole company aware of the existing problems that are there and that are there. I wrote critical thinking skills about how finding the right employee can be tough. I wrote critical thinking skills about finding the right employee can be tough, but if you weren't born with the skills, then you learn them. You must be able to put the employee under a stressful event pre-hire at their acknowledgement, of course. Can they handle a little pressure or do they fold? That's a question. Is it reasonable pressure, quote unquote? Such as wanting to know their family history or background. You want to tell the pre-employee, the rules, look them online and have empathy for the situation and be optimistic, which talking about your emotions and which is being vulnerable. And now I'm gonna ease back into me or and leaving emotional judgment at home. In my previous research, another strategy, wait, how many organs, now, in me or retention and turnover rates, the first part of it would have to wind up being the beginning. To screen and pre-screen potential employees to keep retention rates high and turnover low. What is her name? The CEO of Me Org wants to have a group meeting while in urgency. This meeting will address potential turnover and retention while seeing who is there and who isn't for Me Org. What is her name? Sherry. I think her name is Sherry. Let's go back and check. I like to think before I do. Go back up. Yeah, Sherry. CEO Sherry with the I. The of Me Org wants to have a group meeting. While in urgency, the meeting will address potential turnover and retention of why seeing who is of who of employees who are seeing let me read that again. How did that get there in references? Maybe I can kind of like put it like that. Hold up. Got one whole extra page. Where was I at? On page what? The appendix is on page. Go back up. Let's just say 8. We can change it if we need to. And read it one more time, but I'm gonna move forward. That jumps to a different um, what time is it? Okay. Ways to produce a better quality outcome. Oh, that's Sherry. Glad I caught that with the I. What's her last name? Ah, Towson. Let's copy and paste that. Oh, no, we're not going to copy and paste. How do you spell her name? Son. Hold on. Is it Tell's man? Tell's son. Where am I at? How this is about Sherry Taylor and what she speaks about. So go here. I didn't say go there. Go here. Space. Back. What? Boom. References. Insert footnote. How did that happen? They won't let me put a footnote here? Where would this be? Gotcha. Where is that where it will go? We're about to try it. Hold up. This has to go right here. And let's try this again. How did that happen? Don't erase that. In building a coalition, one must have a group or team. Now we mention Taylor Shaw. Okay, this can be taken out. This part. Ooh, I'm so glad I caught myself. Woo! I was just really turning up. Part 2. So part 2 will be tonight around 5:30 or 6, or probably even earlier than that. Right now I have to get off of here because I have another show coming up at 3 p.m. Now, the show that I do next on UMGC, when it comes back up between the hours of 4:30 and 7 p.m., it will it's getting sent today. That paper is getting sent today. And I'm just going to enjoy the moment, thoroughly review, because I have to review at least twice, and then send it off. Let me see if he's online. If he's online, I'll get off of here. If not, I'll keep going. Because that has happened to me before. I doubt if he's not online. Hi. Yes, hold on for a second. So, you guys, I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining my show today. I will be on here in the next 5 minutes. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you guys later.